Can you imagine being allergic to water? Not just the ocean or the rain, but to your own sweat, your own blood, your own tears. What if every drop on your skin felt like acid? This is the true, twisted, medically baffling story of Alex Monroe, a teenager from Kansas whose life turned upside down by something the rest of us can't live without. Doctors were stumped, his parents were terrified, and Alex, he was running out of time. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will make you rethink the very nature of the human body. Like, share, and subscribe, because this story isn't just bizarre, it's 100% real, verified by medical experts, and more shocking with every twist. It was a humid Tuesday in Wichita, Kansas. 14-year-old Alex Monroe was halfway through gym class when Coach Patterson blew the whistle for a water break. Everyone else ran toward the fountain. Alex just stood there, drenched in sweat, his shirt clinging to his back like it had been glued there. Moments later, he collapsed on the hot asphalt. The school nurse, Mrs. Jennings, rushed to his side. "He's overheating," she said, assuming heat exhaustion. But as she lifted his shirt, red welts began forming across his torso. She mistook it for heat rash and sent him home with a note. That evening, Alex stepped into the shower. The moment the water touched his skin, he screamed like he was being burned. His parents, Carol and Dennis, rushed in to find their son curled on the tile floor, trembling and covered in raised, blistering hives. At the ER, doctors ran allergy panels, soaps, negative, chlorine, negative, food, nothing. Could be a sensitivity to something in the water, one doctor muttered. Baffled, they changed every product at home, bought expensive filtered water, replaced detergents, removed fluoride. Still, every shower left Alex in agony. One night, he began crying out of frustration. Even his own tears scorched his cheeks. Then a young resident, flipping through a dusty immunology reference, whispered the name Aquagenic Urticaria. No one in the room had heard of it, but it would soon define Alex's life. The Monroes drove 500 miles to a specialized allergy clinic in Denver. There, a panel of immunologists and dermatologists ran a water challenge test under sterile conditions. A patch of Alex's skin was exposed to distilled water. Within seconds, angry red hives emerged. His breathing became labored. Aquagenic urticaria, Dr. Hanley confirmed, shaking his head. Fewer than 100 documented cases worldwide. But water, Carol whispered. That's impossible. Water acts as a trigger, Hanley explained. It penetrates the skin and activates mast cells, which release histamine. The result? A severe allergic reaction. Can he drink it? Dennis asked. Yes, internally, he's safe, but externally, any exposure is dangerous. Even sweat, even tears. That night, Carol broke down in their hotel bathroom. How can he live in a world he can't touch? Back home, the family began the impossible, turning their house into a waterless haven. Alex had to bathe with special wipes. The HVAC system kept humidity low. No rain, no swimming, no friends. He was told, stay dry or risk death. Alex stopped going to school. The risks were too high. A kid spilling a drink, sweat from walking to class, anything could trigger a reaction. His room became a sterile haven, air filtered, humidity controlled, scrubbed daily. He started wearing gloves, arm guards, and long-sleeved breathable fabric. Even indoors, friends stopped calling. Rumors started that he was faking, that it was all for attention. Online, people mocked him, Aquaman's evil twin, or the boy made of sugar. Alone, Alex turned to the internet. He started a video diary. Day 22. I watched the rain from my window today. I wonder what it feels like to be normal. He found an online forum for rare immunological disorders. There, he met Chloe, a British girl with the same condition. They messaged daily, shared coping tips. One day, she stopped replying. A week later, her brother emailed. She had collapsed from a sweat-induced seizure, died at 19. Alex didn't speak for 3 days. In desperation, his parents agreed to experimental antihistamine therapy. It helped a little, but the side effects were brutal. Hallucinations, stomach bleeding, paranoia. Next, he enrolled in a desensitization trial in Ohio. Researchers exposed his skin to micro droplets under sedation. He agreed to film the sessions. Local media got wind of the story. Alex appeared on the news. Boy allergic to water battles for his life. The therapy looked promising until week 5. His face swelled shut. He went blind for 48 hours. The hospital halted the trial. His parents considered suing, but didn't. "We just want him alive," Carol said. The headlines stopped. The cameras vanished, but Alex kept recording even as his body gave out. On his 17th birthday, Alex did something reckless. It had been raining all day. He waited until midnight, then snuck out of the house barefoot. The rain touched him like acid. He screamed, fell to the ground. His skin blistered within seconds. But for a moment, he said later, "I felt real." Neighbors found him unconscious in the driveway. At the hospital, he was wrapped in burn dressings. His mom sobbed. "Why?" "Because I wanted to feel," he rasped. Just once. Weeks later, an encrypted email arrived. "I read about your son. I believe I can help." It was from Dr. Eva Metzger, a retired Swiss immunologist. She had developed a treatment involving synthetic lipid barriers and experimental gene therapy. Unapproved, dangerous, but promising, she warned. The Monroes flew to Zurich in secret. The clinic was hidden in the Alps. Treatment began immediately. Daily injections, full-body suits, chemical baths. Alex's body fought back. He spiked fevers, slept 20 hours a day, screamed in pain. Then one day, Dr. Metzger handed him a damp towel. He pressed it to his face. Nothing. No blisters. No pain. Carol wept. Dr. Metzger whispered, "We're not done, but we've started." Alex came home a year later, stronger, wiser. Not cured, but better. He could touch water briefly. No more full-body hives, no more agony, but limits remained. He went on national TV, became a symbol for rare diseases, started a charity called Dry Tears. But in private, he struggled, couldn't swim, couldn't sweat too much, always monitoring, always cautious. Yet, he had hope, and that was enough. He returned to school, made friends, learned to laugh again. At a speaking event, he met Lily, a girl who had watched his videos since she was 12. They dated, slowly, carefully. On their 1-year anniversary, they kissed. He wore a thin, protective barrier over his skin. He graduated top of his class, delivered the valedictorian speech. As he spoke, he paused. A single tear rolled down his cheek. He smiled. "It doesn't burn." Alex Monroe's story isn't just rare, it's unforgettable. A boy who couldn't cry without pain now speaks for thousands who suffer silently. Against all odds, he reclaimed his life, one moment at a time. So we ask you, what if your greatest enemy was something you needed to survive? Would you fight? Would you surrender? Or would you rewrite your story? Let us know in the comments. Drop a if you made it to the end. Like if you were moved by Alex's courage. Share this video to raise awareness of rare diseases. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life medical mysteries that challenge science, ignite emotion, and inspire us all. Until next time, stay curious and stay dry.